Good morning. Welcome to your card of the day for Monday the 7th or Tuesday the 8th of April. Today's card of the day is Beyond the Mind. Beyond the Mind. So the key words are thinking with the heart or from the heart, being present. The heart and mind connection, do it in the right way, Mirren. Meditation, the bliss of just being. Quieting the monkey mind. Fathoming the unfathomable. Fathomable. Finding happiness within. And going beyond intellectual limitation. And I love how this card is showing the upper heart is activated, the crown is activated, and the star chakra is activated. Now, there's no dispute that the mind is a brilliant companion for navigating the practicalities of our lives. It helps us find our way, it helps us make decisions, and helps us meet the world around us. But when we leave it unchecked, the constant chatter, those looping doubts, and the inherited stories that we carry, they can quietly pull us away from our centre and into suffering. Because quite often the mind doesn't just observe life, it narrates it. Our mind creates stories. Stories based on past experiences, wounds and fears. And these stories, they can become the lens through which we see the world. And it colours how we interpret things that happen, events and other things that happen. And it shapes how we respond to that, to those things. And one of the greatest challenges with mental noise is how easily it pulls us out of this present moment. When we're caught in memories of the past, or anxieties about our future, or we're tangled in the stories we've told ourselves about who we are, or that others have told us about who we are, we lose touch with our inner power, which is only ever present in the here and now. So when your energy is tied up with what was, or what might be, or what the mind thinks is happening, you're no longer in your now. And it's so easy. We do it so naturally. I mean, I know I was terrible. My monkey mind was amazing. It just would never shut up. It would never shut up. But the now is where your strength is. It's where your clarity is, and where your infinite potential resides. And that's not to say that we shouldn't reflect. It's not to say that reflection and preparation's bad, because both have their place. We do need to reflect, because that's how we improve. And we do need to prepare for things, because there's nothing worse than something hitting us and we're not prepared for it and we're just in chaos. But presence, being in this now moment, is the gateway to peace. That's what this card's trying to tell us. We have been conditioned to live absolutely anywhere but where we are right now. And in this world which praises doing over being, action over stillness, the art of presence does become a radical act. But just as we look after our bodies by moving it and nourishing our bodies, our soul longs to be tended through stillness and silence and that simplicity of presence. Western culture, for all its advancements, leans heavily on the thinking mind. It has helped us move forward in many ways, yet the heart of life cannot be mapped by logic alone. And when we live in our heads, we often react not to the moment itself, but to the story that we've attached to it. And it's the story that's the key. Because the story can keep us in cycles of misunderstanding, resistance, or emotional pain. So what can we do? We can practice being. Even 10 minutes a day of stillness, deliberate breathing, a breathing exercise, or presence can actually start to unravel the noise and soften the edges of your day. And there's no one way. There's not a right way and a wrong way. There's no one way. You find what helps you come home to yourself. And as you cultivate your inner stillness, your outer world begins to reflect that shift. And I see that with the horses. When I am present in my inner stillness, the most abused and difficult horse softens into that and learns to trust. And that's a beautiful thing to see, these beautiful animals learn to trust. Because true bliss is not found in the next achievement, in the next relationship, or any possession that we can have. It's right here, in this breath, this moment, this sacred now. Excuse the rain, it's getting really heavy out there right now. So we can search high and low for the very thing that lives quietly within us, waiting for us to notice it. And we do, don't we? We look outside ourselves, we search for it, we look for it in other people, but really it's here, it's inside us. But in a world that tells you that happiness lies outside of you, it's easy to fall into that trap, but this card is coming to remind you the soul knows better, and there's magic here within you always. So sometimes the kindest thing you can do for yourself is to step back from the noise in the mind and the stories that we tell ourselves. And when logic takes over, it can cloud your inner clarity and block that deeper knowing. So you may be stuck in a story from the past, and that story might be shaping how you see the present and how you respond to it. So just stop for a moment and breathe. That nice deep breath into your belly that sends a signal to your brain that all is okay. And ask your heart, what do you see? Ask your gut, what do you know? And allow your fears to fall away, even for just one moment. And ask, what would this feel like if I let go of this worry? Because not all the concerns that we carry are even ours. Not all of those worries that you carry are even yours. Often, they're other people's worries that we are carrying for others, for our parents, for our ancestors, for our children, for the people we love. So just drop into that stillness The truth lives there, not in the spin, but in the quiet underneath. So this card, Beyond the Mind, is asking us to release our stories, to let them go, and to drop into that stillness, that infinite stillness of being rather than the action of doing. To quiet our minds and release the stories, because they might not even be true anymore. Quite often we carry stories that are not ours, or that were ours, but they are no longer true. Let them go. It's time to go beyond the mind and write your new story. And your new story is who you want to be. What world you want to create now. So take another nice deep breath into your belly. And just drop into that inner stillness, that place of peace and inner knowing. And rewrite your story. Much love and blessings. Have a blessed day today, my darlings. And I'll see you again tomorrow morning.